Oh my gosh, rub your eyes. We are live. I mean me, the MonkMMATician, aka MonkMMATics, and down below me, a guy you may or may not recognize, but I know you do. Don't lie to yourself. Lou Betya back in the house. We have happy hour. It's a different time, maybe even a happier hour than the 5 o'clock hour. Lou, how's it going? Great to see you. Great to be back for a pay-per-view card. I mean, what are your thoughts in general? I don't care if it's about the card. What are you thinking right now?
You have aged horribly.
Oh, I know. I got out of that basement though.
It's good to be back. It's been I mean, I did a fill-in show on the prop show, which sounds like such a strange thing to say. But I think it's been about 6 weeks since I did a breakdown. It's great to be back. Anybody watching this, just thanks for your time. Monk, you're the OG with me. Shout out to Wheezy. I'm talking to him a lot the last couple weeks. I obviously feel for Wheezy, what he's been going in on. Oh, fuck. Big Steve's here. My dude. And I haven't been drinking the last, I've been trying to change some stuff in my life, just mentality wise, but I couldn't resist. And I decided we're doing a happy hour. I'm drinking the most manly beer. It's called Frosted Sugar Cookie. It's 9%. This thing is fucking excellent. I got a couple other beers. There'll be no shoeies on this fucking program. And thanks, guys, for tuning in. Big Steve, I'm glad you're here because I'm going to steal a fuck ton of shit that you and Pepe said for my breakdowns. And let's fucking go, dude. Look at these graphics. These fucking graphics.
No more spreadsheet. Fuck that bullshit. Nobody wants to look at that. I've been lying to myself. Nobody wants to look at that.
By the way,
go ahead.
Southern tier, in case you're curious, this thing's 8.6%.
Oh my God.
Dude, this is lethal. This does not taste like an 8.6%.
I missed the boat with this shit, bro. When I've a lot of you may know I don't drink because I have an allergy, so I haven't drank.
You don't drink because you're a bitch.
Yeah, probably my body is a bitch in several years. But when I did, it wasn't manly to drink stuff that tasted good. And now everybody's drinking all these fruity ass seltzers and all these frosted sugar cookies, dude. Where was that shit when I was drinking, man? I drank fucking Ice House. That shit was mud with alcohol.
So when you were, back in the 1930s, when I was 28, the only craft beer was called Pete's Wicked Ale. It was Wicked.
Yep.
And then you had the Sierra Nevada.
Yep.
But for some of you bros in the chat that didn't have money, like me when we were younger, they had these things called Mickeys, and they were the grenades.
Yes.
Malt liquor and grenades, and 12-pack grenades for fucking
wide mouth,
bucks.
baby. Wide mouth.
And you got the Billy D experience without sex. Well, not sex. Well, you got it without having sex with a woman. I mean, but you didn't get but let's get to this card, dude. Nobody's here for my stupid shit.
Super quick.
Call out the chat, Monk.
Yes, we still got it, bud. What is up? Chronic Combat. Eli in the house, Go in the house. We've got Big Steve, Bat Dad, just come off of the nickname show. Good to see you. He's the one that told me I was muted because, of course, I'm so professional. I was fucking muted at the beginning of my show. Fight Talk, Jared in the house. What is up, everybody? Alex Ramirez with his notepad. Love to see you. And guys, yes, without further ado, spreadsheet.
And just for Steve and all his Discordians, I don't know if that's a term.
It is now.
I will be writing up a bunch of fucking soccer shit. I'm not a big Discord guy. There's one thing I determined I like less than group chats is just Discord.
Yeah, I'm there with you, but his
Discord's fucking fucking great.
Right.
And I'm gonna write up some soccer shit in the morning. Dude, I narrowed it down from 32 games I capped this weekend. I got my best 6 picks that they're all I think the biggest odds one is minus 108. Everything I like is plus odds, value hunter, sniper. I'm as good at soccer as most of these people are at UFC. Also, I'm terrible at betting UFC. And I'm worse at betting fucking Bellator, PFL, Discordian. Let's go, dude.
Oh, yeah, Bat Dad will stick around. You will learn because Lou's going to cover some betting angles. I'm going to give you some DraftKings plays, and let's get into it, guys. First fight, First of two Silvas, Karine Killer, taking on Marina Morose. Fight does not go to distance. -120. Fight goes -110. So basically a pick 'em. Money line favoring Karine Silva -155, and the DraftKings salaries 83 and 79. Lou, why don't you get us started, man? Why don't you kick it off? Kick the old dust off here.
All right, I'm gonna make this simple because all of fucking Twitter has bet Morose, and now there's a little bit of buyback on Silva because this line came down. I'm just gonna say this right now. If you had Morose at like an amazing price, if you got her at like 160, 170, great. At this number, I'm telling you this right now. The narrative is that Silva's round one or bust. This is going to be a theme of the night, by the way. I'm just channeling 20 years of gambling experience when I say what I'm about to say. When you hear the same fucking people say the same fucking thing all week, don't buy it. People are saying Silva's round one or bust. People are saying, oh, well, Morose subbed her like, in 1973. First of all, forget about that fight. Like, they're different. They're more experienced. If you're going to bet Morose, if you're going to bet Silva, I like the Silva finish, like whatever. I think Silva finish only is all right, but I'm just going to tell you right now, just live bet. Just live bet Morose. If you like Morose, from everything every human being on the fucking planet thinks, nobody said Morose round one. So why are you rushing to the window to bet her now? What's up, Evan? Just live bet Morose. And there's two reasons that I'm saying live better. Is there a world where Karine Silva gets, and nobody's talked about this. Is there a world where Karine Silva gets a 10-8?
Interesting, like a smothering grappling performance.
What if she gets Morose down within 30 seconds and it's just submission attempt, and Morose can't get up? I know Morose is decent off her back. I know she's got good defensive grappling. But if Karine Silva goes in there and just absolutely smothers her for 5 minutes and it's a 10-8, remember also, we're dealing with new rules, allegedly.
Yep, that's true.
Well, all the tape from Karine Silva is not somebody who stalls in position. She's always working for subs. She's always advancing. So I don't think it's going to be a problem for her, but it might be a problem for Morose later round. So look, for me, no bet pre-fight. If you're on the Silva sub round one, Morose has never been finished, but dude, it's going to happen at some point if somebody is just an excellent submission artist. So the new rules is they're going to be stricter against stalling. They're not going to let people lay and pray for 4 minutes. By the way, people think that lay and pray is terrible. Well, I had a Luque ticket last week. Every minute he was laying and praying, I'm like, right. Yes, stall, you motherfucker. I love it. So to me, if you're going to bet Morose, live better. You're going to get plus 200 something. You might get, I don't know what that, you're going to get it at worst plus 200 after one. If that's her win condition to outlast Karine Silva, just live better. Just why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you like Karine Silva, sub round one, yeah, fade the brain bleed. I mean, come on, dude. Dude, everybody all week. Oh, he's got a fucking brain thing. Dude. I look, I don't want to break down the RDA fight, but I said this to the two people in my personal life that cared. I'm like, RDA's best work is at 155. It's not at 170. Yeah. He's a smaller dude. He's not going to be able to bully Luque. And Luque fought you know what Luque fought like? A dude that didn't want to get punched.
Yeah, interesting, right? And he worked hard at not getting punched.
Oh my God, bet him Wiley by armbar. Dude, I don't know. Maybe I did steal it from Big Steve. I can't remember. But but if you're gonna bet, for the sake of the show, I'll pick Morose by decision. She's not a huge finisher. Last thing I'll say about this fight is, so I had a bet on Agapova because I'm just in love with her. It had nothing to do with talent. I just love. Well, I mean, I love her talent, but not her fighting talent. And two things went against me. One, Morose legit hated her in real life, and two, this was right after Ukraine got invaded.
Yep.
Morose was just going to murder this chick, and I think that's the best she's ever looked at the UFC level. And I wonder if people are like, oh, she's got these great finishes. It's like, yeah, but I don't think she's like, I don't think she might get like an attritional finish because Silva's cooked, but I don't think so. I think Morose by decision, but live better. Don't just live better or get +2 something. Don't bet her now at the current price. That's the pick.
And unfortunately for DraftKings, I mean, you can't live bet. You got to put your shit in beforehand. And Marina Morose's numbers are terrible. She doesn't even average 81 points per win over 6 UFC wins. And she has scored well before. So that just means most of her wins are subpar scoring. That's why it balances out at less than 81. Only one of her 6 wins was a round 1 finish. I don't know. Was that the Agapova fight? I can't remember. I don't know off the top of my head. She's had 10 fights in the UFC.
She fucked the Agapova up so bad that
it was bad.
That I love her. Crackhead. I love her slightly less, but also still love her.
Yeah, I like Silva. I think we're getting a good price at her pre-fight at 8,300. The cheapest favorite on the card. There is no 8,200, 8,000 salary this week, and you're getting almost 8 points a minute in grappling points per minute, 3.5 overall points. I mean, so far, both of her wins are in the very first round. I know she hasn't fought anyone. She has not even given up 1 second of control time either. So I just like Silva because of her upside. I think she has the better DraftKings upside. And I think Morose is consistently underscoring unless she's taking on very subpar competition, which I don't think Silva fits that mold at all. So give me Silva at 8,300. Women's flyweights also make the optimal lineup more now than any other division. 54.5%. It's either 54 or 56. Either way, it's better than any other division. So
also the first fight of the night.
And the first fight of the night. Don't sleep on these women's flyweight fights for sure. Next fight, yeah. I mean, and I swear this does not look anything like the happy hour show.
Trust me. The struggle is real for Big Steve.
Yeah, it is.
Big Steve makes like bajillions every week, and his internet still fucking sucks.
I got to get that fiber. Wait till that fiber comes.
Well, you know what the worst thing was? You know what the worst thing was? He's doing a show with Couch Warrior last. I love Big. By the way, if anybody watching the chat, dude, watch Big Steve's pod every week. It's like no joke. Most informational. He's funny as shit. Like, he's great. Big Steve's doing a show with Couch Warrior, and like his internet kept fucking up. So he kept leaving Couch Warrior by himself. And we love Mike. Like Couch Warrior is a friend of ours. I know. Well, he was traveling. I get it. Couch Warrior's like, I guess it's the Big Brain Mike show now. And we're like, nope. we're like, I think people in chat were like, Mike, tell jokes. And he's like, I don't know jokes. God damn it, dude. If that was me in that situation, I can't, I can't cap for shit compared to these dudes, but I could have carried the show. I'd have been like, what's up, hoes?
Yeah, it's all auto drive.
Oh yeah, and all these people in the chat, he's in Dubai, and they're like, oh, the Saudis got him. It's like, yeah. So guys, like, you understand these are. Now, like Dubai and we got to teach these people geography. Like, you need tests to get in.
Well, we'll see if this is a test for Natalia Silva when she gets UFC vet Andrea Lee. Second fight of the night here, plus 145 to not go to decision, minus 175 to go all three, minus 330 for a women's flyweight. What are we doing, Lou? I mean, actually, I'll start this one off. 9,400. I'm going to be kind of fading Silva. She's 3-0 in the UFC, averaging 93 points. She did score very well against Leonardo, 109, but now she's like second or third most expensive fighter on the card, and she's averaging 93 points. Big letdown. Andrea Lee does not give up a ton of points, and I think she has, honestly, I think there's paths to victory here, or at the very least, if there's not a path to victory, there is a path to a very good losing score in a 3-round decision. Andrea Lee has the second best floor on the entire card, only to Zhang Wei Li at 63 points. She scores very well when she loses. Not the best when she wins, but at 6,800, any win will pretty much put you on the optimal lineup. So I'm going to be looking to go over on Andrea Lee for DraftKings and probably a bit under the field on Silva, to be honest, at 9,400. I think almost every favorite, we went over this on one of my other shows, every favorite I like more than Natalia Silva as far as DraftKings upside this week. Lou? Any plays on this one?
Yeah, I like Andrea Lee plus 3.5 at minus 110 here.
I said that on yes. You're the best.
I mean the bar. Look, I had a bet on her by split decision. Like, I had the whole fight going split against Barber. I thought she won. But I don't think I was robbed because I think that Barber in the limited time that like she would have top control in those rounds, like really like optics were great for Barber. But Andrea Lee, like, and that's how she just fights, man. She's tough to finish. I think the market's like super high on Natalia Silva right now. They're pricing her expensive because they want you to parlay her here. Like, I think Silva wins. I don't think Silva wins by finish. If you're going to bet Silva, do the decision. But honestly, man, I think Lee wins. I think she wins at the first or second round at a very, very, very high clip. I think the third round becomes Silva like taking over, putting on a show. But man, like Andrea Lee, she's proactive with the grappling. I mean, I don't know, man. I just think this is like a gross. There's people that are betting Andrea Lee outright, and like, I
Right.
get. Well, no, I get it for the price, but here's like lesson one to some of the cappers out there. Like, I don't like play narratives, but like, in what world does Andrea Lee win a decision unless it's like a very clear 30-27?
Or some fuckery with the judges. Some hard fuckery, like worse than Cub.
No, I mean, like, if there's any fuckery, it's Natalia Silva. Well, if there's any fuckery, it's Natalia Silva winning, and that's my point. Andrea Lee would have to win like a very clear 30-27 win decision. So I don't know what her win equity, like, and she's not getting a finish. But I think that Lee wins. She probably wins the second round. That sounds a weird thing to say. She wins the second round at like a really high clip. I think Silva, look, man, she's looked impressive since coming back. But Andrea Lee, man, this is like the vet lesson fight. I think Silva wins by decision. If you want to bet that, that's fine. I know Mushroom is going to do his like fucking round 3 decision shit that I fucking hate, but like, but I think Andrea Lee wins like I think she wins the second round at like an insanely high clip. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but I really do. I feel like she wins the second round at a crazy high clip. So I'd rather take Lee minus 110 plus 3.5 than parlay Silva where, I mean, what if Lee gets to grappling going and gets top time and like is dominant? Her grappling was not bad against Macy Barber. So like, and honestly, I fucking hate Macy Barber for a lot of reasons. She's cringy as shit. But I just weirdly think that Lee wins. Well, she can win more.
No, he forgot the question.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I would say that Macy Barber is way more well-rounded than Silva at this juncture of their careers. I think Silva's had some flashy optics against, like, I mean, dude, she beat up Leonardo. Like, what do we learn from that? Like,
nothing.
And then people are playing this Jasuda Vicious win bigger because Jasuda Vicious looked good against Maverick, who, in all fairness, is now looking like maybe Maverick's not like some great like maybe she's not some fucking prospect. I think, I mean, Big Steve saying she has some, I don't think Silva's bad, but I think Lee is like far and away the best fighter that Silva's fought. And unlike Jasuda Vicious, like, I think Lee mixes up the grappling well enough to make it competitive. So I'd rather play Lee plus 110, like plus 3.5, minus 110 than parlay Silva. You want to parlay a minus 300 in a women's fight? Like, God bless you, dude. Like, that's not a Lou bet.
No, definitely not. Well, maybe Lou will have a bet on this one here. A fight I love. Andre Petroski taking on GM3 Gerald Meerschaert. This is a big one. Minus 220 for Petroski. 5th fight in the UFC. Taking on the vet at plus 186. Minus 270 does not go the distance. Plus 210 does go. Lou, why don't you start us off with this one here? Because I know how I want to play this one for DraftKings for sure.
So I got 2 bets, and one I stole from Big Steve and Pepe last night. And that's over 1.5, which I know sounds really dicey. I don't think GM3 has any fucking win equity in round 1. I don't. Could Petroski KO GM3 in round 1? I guess, but like, I don't know, man. Petroski is very proactive grappler. Like, I think the finish against Maximov was like, Maximov stinks, and it was like weirdly fluky. I don't know, man. I think this thing gets extended. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, and it's an overreaction to the Piper KO. Like, So this is another prime fucking live bet spot. Again, no reason to bet. GM3 has such little win equity round one. Live bet them, you're going to get plus 300. And that's when GM3 does his fucking thing. I will say this. As a pivot weird prop, because everybody's going to fucking hammer this GM3 round 3. Don't. And I'll tell you why. If you have to do one prop, take GM3 round 2 sub. I'll tell you why. Every Petroski fight I've seen, the third round's not his fucking problem. The second round's his problem. He comes out house of fire in the first round, and the second round, see, there you go. GM3 round 2 sub, potential danger. The second, I'm telling you right now, Petroski's third, go look at his third rounds in the UFC. He has like this weird Philly fucking second wind where he beefs it. But he takes the second round off because he like, I think on the regionals he had a few 10-8s and he's just like, all right. And he knows, no, I don't like that bet at all, Alex. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I get it, but I hate it and I don't like it. We're not friends. So I think GM3 round 2 as a prop is interesting. But again, either if you're going to play Petroski, play him early for the KO. Because if you're playing Petroski, or you're playing him on the knowledge that you think GM3 shot because Pfeiffer knocked him out, and they're two totally different styles of fighters. But if this thing goes past the first round and Petroski grapples, that's 15 minutes of GM3 where he needs 30 seconds to just fucking grab his neck. Brian Battle, like, fuck Petroski up, dude. Brian Battle, fuck this dude up in the grappling. The fuck's GM3 gonna do to him? Like, it is. It's very sneaky. And GM3 doesn't win decisions, by the way. This thing goes distance.
No.
It's like 90% probably Petroski, but if you like GM3, again, why bet him at this price? Live bet him. If Petroski, and you know what the best part is, unlike the Morose fight, you want Petroski with a 10-8. You get Meerschaert at like plus 500. Like, you want a 10-8.
Yeah.
Because
sure.
Because like, does Meerschaert have this, like, does he have, I know against, if he wouldn't have finished Bruno Silva, he won a decision. I get it. But in general with his fights, he doesn't really have decision equity. And I don't see him like winning 15 minutes in a striking battle against Petroski. I don't see this fight. If it happens, it happens. But like, live bet Meerschaert is probably the best way to go about it. GM3 round 2 sub is my, Moyes is like, won out round 3. Don't you say it pays better? I'm like, fuck you, man. I've been off air. Don't steal my line.
Right.
It does. But I don't know, man. GM3. I'm saying, yeah. No, I'm saying, had he not finished them in the third round, it would have been one of the rare times where GM3 won a decision. Like, he was clearly up on the scorecards. It's the only time I've ever seen GM3 up on the scorecards in my life. Like, he was fucking filled up.
He's never won a decision in the UFC. In fact, only 3 fights out of how many does he have? A shitload? 18.
Monk, Monk, my favorite stat I always say is like Paul Craig is 8-2 in fights he's lost.
Yeah.
GM, like, he's 8-2 in fights that he lost. GM3 is very like, he's very like that. It fucking kills me that Ian Heinisch beat this guy.
I know.
Like, it breaks my heart that Ian Heinisch, that bum beat GM3. GM3, like with Jotko, you get it because he's like, oh, look, I'm Jotko. I have big ears. I'm going to fight fucking weird. But Heinisch is a fucking bum, dude. But live bet GM3 round 2 submission is the pick. But live bet him.
Yeah, for DraftKings, I love this fight. Just play it. Petroski has some of the best numbers overall on DraftKings. Almost 6 points a minute inside the distance. He's made optimal lineup in all 4 of his UFC wins, and he's only 4-0. Like, in every fight, he's made the optimal lineup. You absolutely love this. I think the only other person to do that is Volkanovski since 2021, and Volk has a loss, made it in a loss. So Petroski's right up there with one of the best performers overall for DraftKings, and now you get him at $8,800. There's like 5, 6, 7 fighters priced above him this week, and he scores 105 per win, controls 93% of the grappling time. And Meerschaert, I mean, Meerschaert only controls 44%, so he does get taken down. He does get grappled. He's doing what Lou said. He's looking for submissions constantly, and he is able to catch them more often than not for the most part. So Petroski, if he can stay safe, I think he scores well if he wins early or if he goes to decisions. I think either option scores very well. And Meerschaert at 7,400, you're going to want him in your lineup too in case he catches that submission. I'm not saying go crazy with him, but I want to see what the field is going to be. I'd probably have at least 15%, maybe even 20, or probably about around 20 of GM3. But I want a ton of Petroski, and I want to fill the rest of that out with Gerald Meerschaert because I think this one finishes, and I think the winner has a great chance of making the optimal. And if you're not on Sterling this week, save yourself $100 and go put Petroski in your lineups for sure.
Monk.
Yes, sir.
Since we are the most grizzled show,
very grizzled.
Does Petroski have too much beard?
No, his beard is fucking great. Look, he could hide tell me there might be a cinder block in there.
Or as like the old Chuck Norris jokes, he might have a third, fifth. Like, we don't know, dude.
Exactly.
By the way, you know what I've been doing all day? I've been telling 1930s jokes all day.
Man,
Can I just tell you one?
Yeah.
Before I met my girlfriend, they told me I was incomplete. Now I'm finished.
I'm here for it, Lou.
I told my girlfriend, I'm like, Melanie, I looked in the mirror. I feel ugly. I feel fat. I need you to tell me a compliment. She goes, well, you got good eyesight. I said, you dirty dog.
I could listen to that all day.
You dirty dog.
Oh my god.
Somebody told her, she said, Lou's not even fit to live with the pigs. She said, oh yes, he is. You dirty dog.
Oh yes, he is. Oh shit.
When did Pepe shave his head?
Next
funny.
fight.
That's funny. You don't think it's funny, but Steve Gregory is coming in. He's coming in hot.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. I got a pretty good shaped head.
Somebody told my girlfriend I like to eat shit on rye for breakfast. She goes, he hates rye. You dirty dog. You did it again.
Oh shit. Well, maybe you can work something out of this fight because
you got nothing.
I didn't watch Tough. Both of these guys, all four of these guys have terrible UFC numbers from when they were in the UFC. I got nothing for this, but I hear Brad Katona is probably going to win. And at 8,500, I guess I'm just playing
who said that?
Some people. I'll listen to you.
Who are these people?
I don't know. I have no idea. But I'll listen to you because I'll just I'll just play 15 to 20% of each guy and call it good.
So I took a small bet on Gibson here for two reasons. One, as our buddy Liam likes to say, Gibson has the anthropomorphic advantages, huge reach advantage. Has Katona improved? I went back and watched these fights. He's the same jack of all. No, he's like a jack of all trades. He does. He's fucking brutal, dude.
Holy shit, dude.
And he's
Gregory got away with words.
And he's like an Irishman that loves Conor McGregor. And he's like, I idolize McGregor except for the thing that makes McGregor good. Gibson's got the reach. I think this fight goes distance at a pretty high clip. Obviously, the odds reflect that.
Do you think he looks like Darren Till?
Who?
Gibson. I think he's like a little bit of Till in there.
I think he looks like a dude they created in a video game.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not Glass Joe, but he's Von Kaiser.
I was gonna say he shaved his mustache. This is Von Kaiser.
But nobody that comes off the show is Piston Honda level. He's just like Von, right? Dude. Brad Katona is the dude that gets in the office. He's the guy that gets in the office early and fucks up the coffee. But he's trying. But he's trying, man. He's trying to impress the boss. Well, because we're trying to move the line. We're trying to get people to bet on Katona.
Exactly. I secretly make one side bigger, smaller.
I need people to parlay Katona. So, look, I took Gibson. It's a 50-50 fight to me. You get one guy. I think this thing goes distance at a high clip. You got a dude who's probably better striker and the reach advantage. And he's the dog in a fight that's going to go the distance. So I took a small poke on Gibson. The next contender series, the next Tough tough fight, I have a better take on and read. But
Let's
you're gonna start. God damn it! You're not giving me my cigarette break, Monk. Come
No,
on,
I'll
dude.
I'll
start. Then you
there. Okay, then I'll do 2 in a row. You can smoke back-to-back burners, baby.
No,
Let's do it.
I puff pass, dude. Okay, by the way, you want to talk about somebody coming in hot? Yeah,
That's what Steve Gregory's on fire, dude.
I I know what this means. Just
Steve, we need you in the nickname show, bud.
Steve, do you know Lucy Soul? Because like you guys would have fun on Twitter together. Steve's killing it, dude. Luce, you know, dude.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. Of course, this fight, Austin Hubbard, Kurt Hollabaugh. I mean, good lord.
I love this fight, dude. I actually really like
good
this fight.
because I need something. I got nothing.
So the best, and I put this in yesterday. I'm looking up what this is now. Decision only is.
I just realized I stopped reading. You guys can all read. Well, if you can't.
Oh, sorry. Finish only. So finish only for Hollabaugh is -115. Dude, I fucking love this bet for him. I really do. I think this fight doesn't go the distance is really interesting because Hubbard is not a guy that finishes anybody ever. He's just a
Why does he look like that? You're right. It's like that when they made his face, like the pieces didn't like match.
Hubbard just like who does Hubbard finish ever? See, Alex is saying Hubbard by decision. I don't like these decision no bet. But like, there's no world where Hubbard finishes Hollabaugh aside from an injury. Hollabaugh, I think, is the better striker. I think his grappling's okay. I think, like, look, there's a world where Hubbard could like kind of lay and prey on him, but we're talking about the new rules, dude. We're talking about like this edict to like not let people do that.
Yep.
And if this thing's on the feet for 8-9 minutes this fight, I think Hollabaugh has an advantage. I think Hollabaugh can get a finish. Hubbard's never finishing Hollabaugh here. The only reason, Monk, you know I hate these kind of fucking bets. These like decision only. Like I hate.
Oh yeah.
Bets. You know why I hate these bets? Because I hate pushes. I'd rather lose than a push.
I've been saying this for
years.
I
fucking hate pushes.
Yes.
But well, I'm backing it up with like Hollabaugh money line. But the bet for the show is Hollabaugh decision no or finish only. The only thing I worry about with Hollabaugh is his fight IQ traditionally. He's an idiot. He's a dummy. He's a very stupid human being. And there's like 3 fights with him where when I taped, because I did some tape. Oh man, dude. We gotta get Steve on the fucking pod, dude. We gotta get him on the pod, dude.
I mean, instant.
Dude, this is my kind of people saying
yeah,
like this.
100%.
Hold on. I wanna think
2 first names does dock you a little bit, but I'll let it slide.
So I have his Tapology up. I'm trying to think of the other fight. So it's crazy that the Burgos fight, like he looked good and like somehow lost.
Didn't he knock him down?
Yeah, he looked good, then he lost because he's a fucking idiot. But the Moises fight, Moises kind of had an off night, and I think you could tell. And every time it was on the feet, Hollabaugh's like, let's wrestle, dude. And I was like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what are you fucking doing, dude? What are you doing?
Let's wrestle, dude.
I mean, and like, because Moises was like kind of gassed, and he's like, all right.
Right.
Like, all right. Like,
all right, I'll do what I always do.
Like, Hollabaugh's get-up game's decent. I don't think Hubbard's some, like, world-class wrestler. So, like, and I think Hollabaugh could fucking knock him out, too, dude. I really do, but I don't know. And Kurt Hollabaugh, by the way, sounds like the dude that's like the backup for like he was Lee Major's stunt doubler for the $6 million man. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time.
Can we put up Steve's quote again? Because like I think this is tremendous. There's like a lot of levels to this comment, and I'm here for it.
Dude, my personal favorite is still
I'm fucking here.
That's damaging. If Brad Katona was to read this, he might not be the same person.
Can we, before you take your pick, I'm channeling Norm again here, but can we talk about how these, like a lot of these people that murder other people?
Oh, yeah. I'm on board already.
You know what the worst part about these murderers is?
What's that?
The laziness where they only do shallow graves. Like, how many people have spent months stalking somebody to murder them? And then it's like, oh, we found the victim. They were buried in 9 inches of dirt. Like,
yeah, there
dude,
was a tarp on top.
Like, look, bro, you got this far. You planned it. By the way, nobody call cops me. Like, I'm just I watched a lot of like fucking I'm like Briscoe from Law
Let me
and
see
Order,
your
man.
fingernails real quick. Let me see
I'm
your
like
fingernails.
Briscoe from Law and Order,
right.
but like, dude, you go to all this fucking effort and then shallow grave. Dude, bruh, put the time in, son. Put the fucking time in. It's like, oh, look, we found them. How'd you find them? Shallow grave.
Shallow grave. You know, they all do it.
Monk,
yeah, I'm just gonna take your advice.
Monk, do your job.
I'm gonna take your advice, man. I'll roster Hollabaugh with the finish equity 7,800 for a guy that's likely to finish over a guy that doesn't finish anybody, and you're paying less for it. Absolutely. Other than that, I have nothing on this fight. I got nothing. The next fight honestly interests me way more. So we're just going to move on to that. Like you said, if you really want DFS advice, just play like 20% of each of these guys, maybe more Hollabaugh. Listen to Lou and then adjust from there. How's that? Next fucking fight. Much better fight. Lou, and here's the real reason I think Lou made his return. It's because we have Dennis Tululin on the card.
I'm smoking, but Tululin.
And that's the reason he came out. Look how sad this motherfucker. Look how sad Dennis Tululin looks. I mean,
I'm across the room and you can hear me.
How do you have a name that fun and you look that fucking sad? Yeah, Gregory Rodriguez minus 550. This fight does not go the distance. Plus 375 does go. Minus 361 on the money line for RoboCop. Plus 286 for Tululin. And RoboCop is the second most expensive fighter on the card, while Tululin, is the cursed salary of 6,700.
I'm not a monkey who dances for you.
I thought I'd try it.
I'm not some look. I'm not some monkey who dances for you every goddamn time you say.
Just the first time. Just the first time. We'll try it again in several weeks. We'll see what happens, everybody. You can.
Well, he's gonna when he fights when he gets the when they feed him Jamie Pickett again for
rematch.
Well, by the way, Tululin against Fremd after he loses this is
yeah. That's exactly right. Yes, Bat Dad, it's directly correlated. The higher the bigger minus number on the money line means higher salary for the most part.
Fucking ridiculous.
And yeah, Gregory Rodriguez, I love him for DraftKings. He has the highest ceiling on the card. Scores 7 points a minute inside the distance. Controls like 71% of the grappling time. 2.5 takedowns per 15 minutes. 3 of 4 wins over 100. And he's fighting Dennis Tululin, who's only beat Jamie Pickett. Other than that, his numbers are terrible. He loves to get subbed. Rodriguez does sub people. Yeah, I'm playing Rodriguez. I'm playing a ton of him. I love him for DraftKings this week. And yeah, the $6,700 salary has a 4% win rate. Excuse me, I just drank too much water. 4% win rate since 2021. 4%. So yeah, put 8% Tululin and get double the leverage, and then put Rodriguez in a ton of your lineups. I think he makes optimal the win. What do you got for this one? Because I love RoboCop for DraftKings.
All right, so I feel like this is important to ask you before I break down the fight. Did you ever see the show Delocated?
I think like 2 episodes. He's wearing the balaclava. And
right, John Glazer,
the
witness protection comment. Okay,
yes.
So the point of that show is there's this Russian after him, but he's the most incompetent Russian ever that just drinks, and he's friends with Todd Barry and does stand-up.
I love Todd Barry.
Okay, that Russian, we're looking at him on the screen right now. Like that is a little. Dude, think of every Russian fighter in the UFC. What are they good at? Grappling and nothing else.
Right.
This dude has no grappling. He's not. He's no grappling. But he's got weird power. Like, so look. Forget about the money. If you're betting the money line here, you dummy. Like never, you're
Yeah,
never betting the money line.
Never.
Dude, his in the distance is like minus 210. That's terrible too. So the under 1.5 is minus 180. That's fine. Like it's a parlay piece. But like I'm not talking the Tululin round 1 KO is like plus 9 something. And like look.
Gregory's been hit.
if you want to go back, Monk, over the last year of guys that fights we've broken down, guys that were round 1 KO plus 900. Guido Canetti against Matinho was like 1,000. Prado was like plus 900 against Malarkey. And look how good Prado looked last fight.
Yep.
Dude, better guys. I mean, G-Rod his durability is bad, dude. It's bad. Like, could Obama sub him round 1? Sure. Will he? I mean, like, how many times are we going to be like, oh, he's definitely going to grapple this time? Like, you can't. So, like, you have to play some Tululin DK wise.
Yeah.
Under 1.5. Under 1.5. Under 1.5 is a pretty good parlay piece here. But I mean, I'm playing like a small bet on Tululin round 1K. I think, and like, what happens every week, Monk? Somebody's like a parlay buster or whatever.
Yep.
I think Tululin could fuck him up, dude.
It's that 67.
If Rodriguez takes him down in 8 seconds, the fight's over in 30 seconds. Like, it's that simple. But again, do we have empirical evidence that like that's going to be his game plan? If he stands and trades with Tululin and gives him a shot, dude, Tululin hits pretty fucking hard, man. And like, what was the fight? Sorry,
Junyon Park staggered him, put him down. Cheaty busted his face open.
The Cheaty, dude. How many refs stopped that fight?
All of them. I don't know what this dude was. Who was the ref in that fight?
By the way, the Junyon Park fight is like, I love the Iron Turtle, and
dude, he's the best. His dance.
By the way, if you're watching this show and you don't love the Iron Turtle, just
get the fuck out.
Like, leave. He's awesome.
Like, you have to just. I mean, if you're indifferent, that's fine.
But like,
but
what a depressing result in terms of like, they both like. That's like the greatest stupid fight. Jeez, wow, dude, that's a Brazilian. That's a Brazilian fart we're talking about here, and like, I don't know how Brazilian on Brazilian fart.
High protein.
Works.
High protein.
Well, I don't know what the rules of Brazilian on Brazilian fart violence are, but like I don't know if Brazilian can withstand the fart better or it's worse. Like I don't. This is tape I have yet to do. I wouldn't talk you off Tululin here, but I'd rather play the under. I know it's juiced as shit. I'd rather play minus 180 than G-Rod finish minus 210. Like. I'd rather save the 30 cents there, dude. And like, let's talk on the DK side, dude. You're saying what? 5% Tululin, dude.
8.
You know what he is? He's the slate breaker.
He's what?
He's the slate breaker,
dude. But every 4% win rate.
What is your ownership projection?
You'd be so mad if you're right.
What's your ownership projection of G-Rod here? 30, 35.
If there weren't, probably they'll find a way to get up to 30, 35. Yeah, they will.
Well,
Monk,
Monk, are you trying to win? Are you trying to do what Brady does and chop the dollar max 700 ways? Or are you trying to win $100,000? Like
trying to win $100,000.
Well, then you got to almost be over the field because what's Tululin's win condition is like 130 points.
Fuck.
It is, dude.
Now who looks sad? It's me.
Well, I'm really good at things.
I look like Tululin. I don't want
him. I do it on my own time, bitch.
I don't want him to win.
I got a new beer too. Let's go. Next one.
Next fight. This is an interesting one. I hate this fight for DraftKings.
God, what can I say at this hour? Are the rules different at 12:45?
Why?
Like, it's like. Well, because then I can make ethnic slurs.
Oh, at 12:45?
Am I allowed? I don't know.
Which guy are you looking to ethnically slur?
Well, Weidman.
Well, then because you're the same ethnicity. Well, that's how
fuck
the
you, bro.
That's
fuck
those
you.
Are the rules. That's how the world works.
Whoa!
You can bag on your own people, right? That's how it works.
All right.
I think
you and I You're gonna have serious.
Am I wrong?
We're gonna have serious fucking talk after the show, Monk.
I mean, I can make fun of whoever I want.
Well, I'm not related. Well,
but what happens to me because of that?
Okay, in all fairness, if you look at the pictures, I'm not related to Tavares. I think we've established. Well, fuck you though, man. Fuck you.
Come on, ethnically slur him.
Okay. I'm taking the guy that Borat wouldn't throw down the well. There you go, dude. Where's Steve Gregory? Hey, Steve. Come on, bro. I raise. I'm coming at.
Thrown down the well.
Anybody who thinks Weidman is value is dumb. He's shot. And don't even give me this fucking anything about Weidman. He just had a grappling contest for like the fucking dude was like gassed in a minute.
Oh yeah.
He's done, dude. He's fucking done, dude. He's fucking done. Tavares is gonna KO him. Like people are like, oh, he'll late KO him. Dude, Tavares may KO him in first, dude. So fun fact, and then I'm done with this fight. What's up, non-law? So Slam Pig. Slammy Pig. So Siege, who's my boy, we watched that Weidman Uriah Hall fight. CJ is a fucking piece of shit like me. We're just sitting there watching. When he broke his leg, CJ was like, oh my God, this is the grossest thing I've ever seen. CJ doesn't get grossed out. He got fucking grossed out. He's like, fuck. and then like he like leaves the room and he comes back and I'm circling my bet on my like my sheet. And he's like, you're a sick fuck. I'm like, dude, I didn't even think to circle the bet. I was grossed out. And he doesn't drink. He's like, dude, like we're at his apartment, like, you know, and he's like, all right, we have to drink something because that was disgusting.
That was so awful.
It was bad, God. but like, I don't like this. You and I are, you know, after the show, we're gonna circle back to this. Like what you said to me was far more racist than anything that I fucking said here.
What did I say?
Well, you said my people.
I can't say. What do you mean? I'm
Italian, you piece of shit.
Yeah. You're white. That's what I meant.
No, that's not what you. Oh,
you're white.
No.
Stop it.
You stop it. Where's
you
Tommy?
Stop it.
I'm getting Tommy right now.
Yeah, you need him.
Well, Tommy is racist. Tommy's racist.
Right.
I'm being show racist to be funny. Tommy is racist. My people. Fucking
this guy.
Shut up. We're both shut
this guy.
Up. I mean, dude, I'll pick Tavares. Like, don't bet this fucking fight. Dude.
Yeah, it's Tavares. My only question is
no bet. There's no. And you can't play him in DraftKings. He's literally no.
What if he beats him in the first minute? That's my question to you. Does he finish Weidman in under 60 seconds? Because if the answer is no, then I don't want any part of him. But if the answer is yes, then I have to play him.
Stop. Aren't you, Monk? You're a professional.
I mean, I guess.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
He's gonna finish him in the first minute.
What's his ownership? It's got to be 10% or less.
14 average.
Oh yeah, yeah. If those 14% of the people win, God bless them, dude. What's Weidman's ownership? 1? -6?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be way higher than I even think.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you have breakdowns by Jewish DraftKings players?
Stop it. Stop. No, I do not have an ethnicity tab in my
I feel like that should be the next evolution of your stats.
I feel like that's a backwards step.
Okay. Well, on Sunday, Monk, when somebody retweets your comment and said, I won, and hey, I'm giving you 1%, which is fair. When they say that exact quote to you, know why they said it, Monk.
I guess I will.
Monk, how many Jewish grandmothers would take the screw in a light bulb?
I don't know.
It's all right. I'll sit in the dark.
I don't know.
I'll sit in the dark. It's okay.
What else? Come on. What else you got to say about Brad Tavares?
Pipe down. My girlfriend is not happy with the jokes, although somehow, fuck you. So like somehow the last 10 minutes of me saying somebody should be thrown down a well was fine. But that was the mark where I hear her through my like amazing noise canceling headphones. Now I hear her.
Right.
You dirty dog.
See, now you got people talking about Andrea Lee. I don't know what this is on you. This is all on you.
Call me Andrea Lee. If this one sasses me more, I may be in the market.
That's true. What's that Shane Gillis joke?
Oh,
don't make me drive you to a state park.
I fucking love Shane Gillis. We got 28 people live watching. Thank you guys so much for like return to air. That's awesome, dude. Thank each and every one of you.
For sure. And good timing because now we are on the main card. We might have just been. I don't know what's we're on the main card now. Cheeto Vera, Pedro Munoz. Why don't you start us off?
It's another fight.
On this one.
There's another fight. If you like Munoz, don't. And just live bet Vera. Because Cheeto Vera, the last time Cheeto Vera won a round one was like 1993.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So like
right after Tanya Harding.
What what's funny? I think the bookies caught on and shit like this. I think Vera live after one's gonna be like, I don't think you can get plus money. I think you can get like minus 120. Okay. But I like minus 120. All right. So I want to talk about this before I pass it over to you, Monk. This KO prop. Because I know that Couch, like Couch is talking about it and Propaholics talking about it. So I have this whole thing where like I don't like betting guys by a KO prop against dudes who've shown like great durability. That being said, Munoz is not like, dude, Munoz has been getting rocked. Like there's indications that the chin's not good. Just because he hasn't been knocked out, there's been and I do think Cheeto probably comes with a late finish. So the round 3 KO is interesting. Oh yeah, this is like no value here. Well, I mean, there's no value on Vera. There's value on Munoz. If he lands a lot of strikes and wins, he's not going for takedowns though. Like, I mean, like what's Munoz's path? Like he's got, and also this narrative shit here.
40.
You don't think
round,
but this narrative shit. You don't think you don't think they want Vera and O'Malley to win, and then like that's like, come on, dude. So like, I think Vera probably gets them out of there late. I think the chin goes like, like while people are watching this, I want to explain something about like, I'm going old school here. Anybody that watches boxing will understand this. So I bet a lot of sports. If you don't know, like I'm a big soccer guy, like I bet, football, whatever, not like American football, football, all of it. And the one thing I can tell you, like from my experience gambling for all these years, is that don't get hung up on like some stupid trend unless you can rationalize it. One of the big trends that I see people betting UFC is this age gap. And it's going to be relevant here in a second. Oh, well, guys that are 9 years older. Okay, great. If you're a boxing fan and you remember Bernard Hopkins, who's like Philly legend, dude, Hopkins was killing fuckers in his 40s and 50s. Now, why was that? Are your reflexes a little less in your 40s and 50s? Sure. But he hadn't taken damage like a typical guy that had been fighting a long time. And I think that the amount of damage you've taken in your career is more important than how old you are. Because damage taken in your career affects your chin more than age. If you're a 42-year-old guy and you've been fighting for 3 years and haven't been hit, your chin's fine. What I'm getting at here is that Munoz is not a 42-year-old guy that's been fighting for 3 years. This is a dude who's been hit a lot. And I just think eventually the accumulation of those hits adds up. And knowing that Vera is going to lose the first round at an insanely high clip here, because that's what he does, and maybe needs a KO. Well, we've seen Vera go into berserker mode, and I think he could get Munoz out of there late. I think the round 3 KO, what's up, boys? I think the round 3 KO is certainly. I mean, no, I draw the line at Little League women's beach volleyball. I mean, I just feel like, but you understand what I mean. Not the law, like you get what I'm going for. That like Bernard Hopkins wasn't like a typical guy in his 40s boxing. He's a guy that had taken no damage. So I'm saying like people that blindly, like the Giannis of the world, the trend is your friend till the end. Like you got to justify his stat. Like, you know, like last thing I'll say about this is like these fucking trends. I see this with college cappers all the time in football. They're like, oh, this team's 5-0, like lifetime against like, yeah, but dude, these are teams that play like every 9-10 years. Like, it's not a stat that matters. These are things you say all week to like sell people on a bet. You gotta look past certain trends. So I'm saying like Munoz's durability, like, dude, he's like a 50-year-old with his with how much he's fought, and like, yeah, he looked good against O'Malley round 1. He won the round. But the Sugar State Athletic Commission told me that Sugar Show won the fight. And and he's in the main event. So who the fuck am I to say otherwise? I just think the durability is going. More importantly, I think the reflexes and the speed are going. Like he's an older guy for his age. And Vera, I think he's all right. But man, this dude, Vera can put together one like amazing round every fight. And he's like a terrifying dude that if you owe money to, you're going to die. So give me that guy, but live bet him. If you want the KO, I get it. You're just better off live betting Vera. You're going to get such a good, like, honestly, you probably get minus 120 after one. Like, I don't think you're going to get plus money. But still, I think he wins round 2 and round 3 at a very high clip. And I'd rather take minus 120 than like, why are you betting minus 210? Do you, like, is he going to get a round 1 finish? Like, what? No. At what clip does he? So just live bet. Look, if Vera wins the first round and he's minus 400, okay, you lost. Then you didn't lose any money. You missed the opportunity.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome, dude. What are the odds Cheeto gets the sub? 0.
Neither guy's ever been finished ever in their UFC.
What are the odds Cheeto even goes for a fucking takedown?
Right.
By the way, look at the guys that have beaten Cheeto. How do they beat him? Grapple. Jose Aldo grappled backpack this dude because he wanted no part of him late. Munoz isn't fucking grappling him.
No, not at all. And you said it right.
So for Brian on Twitch, just so I can win, you know, win no money and be just like I can win the respect of my peers. The pick is Vera, but just live bet him, dude. And if Vera wins the first round, okay, you didn't bet a minus 210 guy, man. Like, okay,
yeah, congrats. Yeah, I like it. I don't have much else to say. Vera's not great for DraftKings at all. We everybody knows this already. Does not score well. Slow starter, yada yada. Munoz never been finished. Don't expect it now. I love Vera by decision. But yeah, listen to Lou. I like it. Wait for the live number because minus 210 is a bit crazy.
I do like, but as a prop, I mean, of course, dude. Monk, round 3 pays more.
It does pay more. I've heard that before. I have heard that before.
I'd bet round 4 if it paid more in round 3.
Yeah, Munoz has some value, but I honestly think this has Vera decision written all over it, and I don't really see why we should play it any other way. Next fight, Mario Batista coming, got a short notice opponent. The Twister God himself.
Start this one off because I got a lot about this one.
The Twister God himself, Damone Blackshear. There was no fight goes to the distance odds. So I don't know anything about that. Minus 230 for Batista, plus 195 for Blackshear. Batista, the heavy favorite on DraftKings. Yeah, Blackshear by sub. I don't know, man. It's everybody's like, oh, the weight cut. Oh, the weight cut. He's not gonna be able to do it twice in 7 days.
Who said Blackshear by sub?
Fight Talk.
Yeah, put that up when I talk. Put that one up. Put that one up when I talk.
Yeah, I need to switch my slide here. Batista scores very well. He's got fantastic DraftKings numbers. Watch Game Theory if you want me to go over him, but he has a 70% takedown accuracy, almost 3 per 15 minutes. 4 of his 6 wins over 100 DraftKings points. 3 of his 6 wins, round 1 finish wins. Almost 6 points a minute inside the distance. Fantastic. At 9,100, I still want some of that for sure. Batista's original opponent, I could look, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Someone in chat knows. They'll put it up.
It's
Bat
Cody
Dad.
Garbrandt, dude.
Yeah, it was Cody Garbrandt. Jesus, I should have remembered that. Man,
You suck.
I wanted to see Garbrandt get beat up so fucking bad. I was so mad when he pulled out of that one. But props to Blackshear for taking the fight. He is taking it at 135. And I mean, what are you gonna say? The guy scores very well when he wins, and when he doesn't win, he doesn't really score well. I guess he put up 42 in a loss. 2 of his wins over 100 points. I mean, what am I going to say? You just saw this dude Twister somebody. He put up a shitload of points last week. I don't think that's going to happen again by any means. I actually do favor Mario Batista, but Blackshear has such a good salary this week that any kind of decent score is going to do you good for cash, and it's going to do you good for GPPs if he does get the win. So I love this fight. I personally am probably leaning Batista. But yeah, I like both sides for DraftKings. I'll be heavier on the favorite, though, I'm sure. What do you got? What do you got?
Let's fucking
He's going back to back.
Go. I
Back to
love
back.
the Blackshear sub here. Am I cooking them? Look, the only reason I don't want him to tag me in his like weekly shit is like apparently like he showed me my record. I'm like, what? I thought I always won. And he's like, no, you're terrible. I'm like, okay. I fucking love Blackshear.
He almost had it, didn't he, last week?
So I wanna break this one down like with you a lot. So first and foremost, I talked to Birdie about this, and he's like, we both thought that Blackshear would open as like plus 350, just with the time, with the weight cut, whatever.
Right.
So let's the fact that this fight's at 135, I think is very telling because it means that Blackshear didn't put on a ton of weight. It means that he's like, all right, let's go. Dude, he just banked like the most money he's ever made in his life. And now he's going to make
that bonus, right?
Yeah, now he's going to make a lot. Like, dude, this bro's making like fucking 70K in 1 week, easy. Like, at least.
Fuck yeah.
Look, by the time he pays his like gym or whatever, he's making like $19. But that's a couple of packs of smokes, and that's not so bad. I think Batista is very overrated by the market. He beat like, Guido Canetti, who I love Guido Canetti.
Right. But
I had my biggest bet ever. I had a 2-leg parlay with the Batista under, and I think the Span under. I can't remember who the other fight on that card was. I can go on MonkMMATics, but like I had like a 2-leg. Dude, I'm just, like if the narrative here is that Blackshear is just going to be tired from the cut and that's why you're betting Batista, don't bet the fight.
No, I think Frank is saying that that's why he's still on weight, is because he knew he could get a quick turnaround because Cody's a bitch. I don't mean that, but
he is a bitch. No, he is a fucking piece.
All right, he's a bitch, and that he could have just,
he is no bitch. Hold on. No, I can't. Well, it's not the same fact, but it's been a while, Monk. So it's been a while. So hold on. He is no bitch like the Chris Curtis. The Chris Curtis bag out of the September fight. Do you know how pissed off I am?
And me too.
Hold on. Do we still have this one, Monk? Here we go. I knew I still had this. So the idea for me is that Chris Curtis was going to lose, and then me and him could have fought December 31st.
A New Year's Eve card.
Me and Curtis in a no holds barred fight where he'd complain about a fucking paper cut and I'd win because he's a bit, or he'd complain about a headbutt where I would like literally blatantly headbutt the fucker. But now he's pulled out and now people are like, oh, Koplov's gonna fuck Fluffy up. Dude, give me all the plus money on Fluffy.
Yeah.
All the fucking plus money. All right. That
Please.
being said, all right. I love that I wrote this like months ago. Like I love that I like knew I was gonna use this. dude, like if the whole thing here, like again, if you're a gambler, you should be suspect this line open where it did. Because you'd think Batista would open a bigger favor. Like, again, if you want to pull in like the turnaround, whatever, the whole the win streak, dude, I'm telling you, Batista beats up bums, dude. Like with Blackshear, like on the feet, dude, Blackshear's a tough dude, man. And I don't think the weight cut's going to affect him being a tough dude. Batista's not going to finish him. I'm going to shout out Big Steve for one thing. So, like, I don't want to say friend of the channel just because I interviewed him. But like the Jay Perrin fight is really concerning. Because, dude, Jay Perrin took that fight on like fucking 3 days notice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Blackshear's taking it on 7 days notice or whatever. And Blackshear's like way fucking bad. Like Jay Perrin's best quality is like he's kind of a dog that like stays in fights. And then meanwhile, 18-year-old Morose is like fucking, well, sorry, I'm channeling magic. Like Rosas ran through Perrin. And like Perrin had moments in that fight, like got out of a guillotine, like he had moments against Batista. I think people are like overrating Batista, just like running over Blackshear and like tough dude. I think Batista's like some great. Oh, he finished Kelleher. Like, oh, congratulations.
Yeah, right.
He finished 96-year-old, and I love Guido Canetti, man. I fucking love Guido Canetti. I bet him round 1 KO against Matinho. I fucking love Canetti, dude. But like, and Canetti had moments.
Yep.
Dude, but Batista's kind of like I think he's kind of a scrub, to be honest. Like, and I think Blackshear can like, I don't think the cardio, I think Blackshear beats him, dude. And I love the sub, dude. If I didn't see it on my book today, I looked like earlier this morning. I think dude, and money's come in on Blackshear, dude. I think Blackshear, like, see, Frank's right, dude. And by the way, that's another important thing here. If his camp was like, can we do it at 140? There would have been no problem.
Right.
Like, nobody would have argued. The fact that, you know, I don't know this thing Frank's saying about, like, you know, he knew Saturday. Maybe he did. But there's a lot I like about Blackshear here, dude. And, like, again, this line is so fucking telling that a dude with this winning streak and all this, like, fucking press is only minus 230, and that money came in on Blackshear. Dude, I'm the same way too. I looked this when they lined it. I told Brady, I'm like, oh, Batista season. Then I saw the number, and I'm like, that's interesting. And Brady's like, oh, come on, man. In this economy. No, this is not the in this. No, we're getting to the in this economy fight. I mean, I like that Fight Talk's like loves the Peruvian necktie shit.
Right.
But I have a bet on Blackshear. I already bet it. Like, I haven't updated my fucking shit, but like, I fucking love Blackshear here, dude. And what a story to win 2 fights in a week.
Huge.
And like
huge.
And anybody fucking crucifying this Zalal thing, that was a 3-day turnaround. Like, and I don't think Zalal's as bad as people think, because it's kind of because he's durable.
Yep.
So like, yeah, Blackshear was fucking toast, dude. He was training for like, it was an LFA fight, I forget, but he like stopped. I remember reading all this, and like he had stopped for like a week. He stopped training, and then like he started training again. So like his whole body cycle was off. Dude, look, in the new era of the UFC, Monk, especially when COVID started, you stay ready.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking to somebody 3 days ago about Bo Nickel, because, you know, and I said, he's like, what's Bo's path to the title? And I said, the problem is nobody's going to want to fight him that's above him. So if you're Bo Nickel, that's what I said. If you're Bo Nickel, you stay ready, you stay ready, you stay ready. And you may have to take a short notice fight against a ranked guy if the guy will take it. And that's how Bo gets ranked. And once Bo's ranked, now everybody will fight him. Right. Now everybody wants a piece of him. But Bo's going to have a problem finding a good fight outside the top Nobody in the top 25 is going to want a piece of this fight because Bo's going to murder.
Hell no.
Oh, he's going to be fighting Valentin Shevchenko again, or whatever the fuck that dude's name was. Who the fuck would fight Bo Nickel?
Nobody in their right mind.
Well, unless you're getting a bag, like
Right.
it's not worth it, and like you don't want to lose your ranking. So
No.
for Bo, it's going to be tough. But I'm saying for a guy like Damone, but the reason I'm bringing this up is if you're a guy like Damone Blackshear, look, if he loses this, I'm not trying to like bake excuses in. But Dana White's going to remember this motherfucker, this fucking savage did this. If he wins, he's ranked. And now he's done what he came in the UFC to do. He came in, and like, by the way, his loss to Fareed, I love the Basharat's. Like, I'm a fan of them. Dude, Fareed Basharat's like so good. They're both him and Jack, like they're brilliant. I have been so high on both Basharat's since like I've been talking about them since I started doing content. I think they're like brilliant. Fareed Basharat's brilliant. Well, but you don't think he's like Steve, you don't think he's earned like 5 fights after he's getting 5 fights to the UFC. Easy.
He should.
But even his fight against Fareed, dude, he had moments late. He had moments in the first round and the third round. Fareed is really good at making opponents look really stupid and like not letting them get any offense in. But even on the ground, Damone had moments, dude. He had moments against Fareed Blackshear, like our Fareed Basharat, who is, in all fairness, I rate Fareed Basharat. That's gonna sound crazy. I think I rate him higher than Batista. So I think I like Blackshear here. The Blackshear sub, is it out? Here, I got it up.
I haven't seen any props at all yet.
The only prop I see is the under 2.5 minus 105. Ugh. I don't know about that, but like, dude, Batista's like a sloppy grappler on the bottom. Like, he's not like, and I think that Batista's more of like he's a good hammer, he's a bad nail, dude.
Could be.
I think if Blackshear puts some like fucking justice on him, like makes him have to work hard, I don't know that Batista's gonna have like if Blackshear's there in the third round and he's never been finished, there's no indication that he won't be. If Blackshear's there in the third round and it's competitive, I don't know that Batista's gonna come out strong, dude. Blackshear's dude, and what a story it would be.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, and this is important. He does, dude. Like, is Batista's wrestling elite? Who's Batista's wrestling been elite against? Guido Canetti when they hit the ground? Canetti took him down, dude. Like, Batista's guillotine, like his chokes are good, but his wrestling's not good. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I think Blackshear can make. I love Blackshear here. I wish we were getting a better price, dude. I wish we were getting a better price. I love him here. And by the way, 7,100.
That's about as good as it gets.
You should be Monk. I'm telling you, be over-owned to him.
There you go.
Big Steve. Big Steve saying, can he finish? I don't know that he has to, dude. Like, I think Blackshear could win the third round at a very high clip. Dude, Batista looked like shit against Jay Perrin on 3 days' notice. Looked like fucking shit in the third round, dude. But he's lucky that, like, Perrin just, his fight IQ is like Perrin's strategy is duck my head in and, like, I hope I don't get guillotined. Like, he's, like the cousin you have where you do this?
Right.
Like, dude, that's like Perrin's, like, Perrin's fucking the worst, man. We never interviewed him. He's awesome.
No, we did not. Next fight, co-main event, Ian Machado Gary. Look at that mean face. Taking on Neil Magny. Fight doesn't go minus 175. Ian Gary minus 505 to a plus 380 Magny. And he's also the most expensive fighter as far as DraftKings goes. Yeah, I don't like Ian Gary for DraftKings at all. He averages 96 points. That's it. And he's 9,600. So unless he finishes Magny in a minute, maybe the first round with some high volume, I really don't think he pays off that salary. That said, Neil Magny, I'll have a little of him, but I think Ian Gary probably wins this fight at a pretty high clip because Neil is on short notice. And Neal does not score very well while he gives up 101 points per loss on average.
And he talked about beating his
kid. Yeah, that's true.
Can we bring that up?
Yeah, Andy loves talking, loves getting finished, but he gets finished by submission, not so much KO TKO. You know who else jumped on the beating their kids bandwagon? I just saw Brendan Allen was like, I whoop my kids, ain't nobody tell me different. And then he doubled down and he was like, that's why this generation is so soft. So yeah, Brendan Allen jumping on the beat my kids bandwagon. So yeah, long story short, don't like Gary for DraftKings. What do you got on this one?
I fucked this fight, dude. Like,
isn't it terrible?
So, like, the Twitter, Steve and I were joking about this yesterday. That, like, before Steve did his pod, I'm like, oh, you know, I said one of the two big Twitter bets is like the Gary sub. And, like, no joke, 5 minutes after I told Big Steve that, here comes a tweet from Couch Warrior. Oh, I'm firing on the Gary sub. And I'm like, God. And I'm joking with Steve. I'm like, well, the mayor of Twitter is on it. Fucking Couch Warrior, the mayor of Twitter, is on the fucking. I'm like, God damn it, Couch. Like, what are you doing? Look, could he sub Magny? Of course. Like, and there's this narrative that, like, he's been training in Brazil and, like, he's going to get his fucking belt. He's going to get his next belt if he submits Magny. And, like, I'm hearing all this. I don't like doing the whole fucking. I don't like doing the whole fucking Instagram thing because, like, I'm 45 and it's weird. Like, I don't have an Instagram. I don't want to go on, like, and, like, when I listen to cappers who are like, oh man, I went, yeah, I do too, man. I really do. I don't think this is the fade spot. But, like, I hear people in the community like, oh, I went on his Instagram, and I'm like, you're fucking weird, dude. Like, I don't like that. Monk, these guys are 21, 22 years old talking about what they did on Instagram. When I was 22, you look, you want to know what technology was when I was 22? I knew a dude that had a car phone.
Oh, that was fancy back then.
Right. And, like, it was the Zach Morris phone. It was like the fucking
long ass antenna. Bloop.
Right. Now, look, in all fairness, I'm old as fuck. True. I don't know where I was going with this, but
Zach Morris is old now.
I don't know where I was going with this, but I feel like I was insulting Couch Warrior. I feel like somewhere along the way I was insulting him. And if I can't figure out where, I'm just going to say eyebrows and, like, I fuck with him. If you're parlaying Gary, why? Like, and I'm not saying you don't think you win. God. I'm not saying you don't think he wins. So what is this, 83% implied?
Something like that.
And, like, that's probably all right, I guess. But, like, if you're parlaying him, I think a lot of people that make parlays, like Johnny K Picks, who I love, but he's a dummy. Johnny and I talk all the time. Johnny's a dummy, and I rag on him constantly. If you're parlaying a minus 500 guy, what are you adding to your bet? You're getting such little equity in a sport that is, like, one of the most volatile sports. Like, I know Magny took the fight on short notice. I'm not trying to do, like, a John Stargarian thing here where I'm like, well, I'm betting every underdog. But could you make a case for Magny vet lessening him, like, in the second and third round? Like, could you make a case for Magny, like, doing things that Gary can't figure out? Maybe. Like, yeah, I mean, Darian Weeks stinks, dude. Like, he fights boring fights. I mean, I don't have any action on this fight. I'm not even playing the sub because I'm like, fuck these dudes. Like, fuck this. I saw plus 650 and I'm like, oh, that's not bad. But it's one of these things, like, it's like betting Mark Diakesi sub. Are we just going to keep fucking doing it?
Right.
And, like, it's my $20 bet on the sub prop every fucking fight with Diakesi going to be like, thanks for the $20, dude. Like, you know he's not doing it. Like, is Gary there to put on a fucking show? The Magnyverse. That's amazing. I love it. So, dude, just I'm not betting this fight. I don't want any fucking part of this. Let me look it up. I have DraftKings up here. Decision only. Plus 200. That's not, like, plus 200 Magny decision only is not bad. Well, what's Magny going to do? Like, win by, it was going to KO Gary in the first round? Like, no. That's not a bad, Mimi, that's not a bad look. Like, the plus 200 is not a bad look there. I don't know why people like, dude. Hold here. I have it up. I had it up. What happened? Can we just talk about like Gary's finishing qualities for a second?
Oh, geez.
No. I mean, like, okay. So, like, look, I'm the D-Rod knocking D-Rod out.
Right.
Was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Solely because D-Rod's pretty tough. Kanan's song landed like a bunch of bombs. And, you know, it took late to get him out. Gabe Green, who, yeah, I know, he got like fucked up in 14 seconds by Battle. Gabe Green's been durable. Gary couldn't do shit to him. Darian Weeks couldn't do shit to him. Jordan Williams has... where's Wilford Brimley here? He has the diabetes. So like, I think Gary's getting better. I don't doubt that. I think he's okay. But like where is this like he's a crusher finisher coming from against Magny, who like, yeah, he's getting older and whatever, but like, I don't know, man. Magny makes fights fucking ugly, and like, I just don't bet the fucking fight, dude. Like,
don't do it.
Let's talk about these hookers.
Well, let's see. How about you start us off on this one? Zhang Weili taking on Amanda Lemos, minus 325 for this strawweight fight to not go the distance. Minus 320 on the champion, plus 270 on Amandinha, 9,200 for Zhang, and 7K for Lemos. What do you think about this one?
So you know how like everybody's on the fucking Gary sub and I'm mocking them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the Weili Zhang sub.
Like, oh, yeah.
I just don't think Lemos is good. People are like, oh, that standing arm choke to Andrade. Yeah, but that's kind of like it's like 1% chance that like the way that happened. But I just don't like Lemos. I like water, like what's Lemos's path here? Knockout, like early knockout?
Most likely, but she's also smaller than Zhang too. Did you see the weigh-ins or the whatevers?
I did, and like I feel like this physicality, like people think that like Lemos has this physicality. Dude, she got taken down by Michelle Watterson. Who can't bust a grape.
Yep.
I don't know that Lemos has, and like, had Weili Zhang get knocked out, an absolute once in a lifetime fucking
head kick.
Okay, well, I haven't seen Lemos throw a lot of head kicks.
Nope.
So, I mean, I like Zhang to get it done in the distance. It's juiced.
Speaking of lemons.
It's juiced. I don't know what FanDuel has like 1, 2, 3, but I'd probably just take that. I don't think this gets the championship rounds. Yeah, but the sub prop is like still like plus 400 or whatever. Like, I'd just take the sub, dude. Yeah.
That's what
put Mimi's comment up. Because I think this is important. I mean, and look, I love Angie Hill, by the way. I think Angie Hill is like solid, good gatekeeper. And Lemos didn't win that fight, by the way. And I had a parlay with Lemos. She didn't win that fight.
I had her in a bunch of lineups that week.
I thought Angie Hill won that fight. I just, like, I don't know what Lemos' path is here. Like, Weili Zhang is so much better. She did, and Angie Hill got up. But, like, I don't know what, like, what is, like, her path is, like, Lemos' path is like a meme finish. You know what Lemos' path is? Leon Edwards. Her path is like a Leon Edwards fucking thing. And I just don't see it, dude. And if it goes to the ground, or if it goes even to the clinch, Weili Zhang is just going to bully this hooker.
Oh, yeah. I agree. For some reason in my head, Amanda Lemos is like big for a strawweight. She's not. She's 5'4".
That's because you're a pervert.
I guess so. I'm a racist and a pervert. I learned 2 things about myself today. So I am glad we brought the happy hour back.
In all fairness, Tommy is a racist.
Yeah, that's Tommy. You're the racist.
Also, Tommy is a pervert.
But yeah, I completely agree with everything you said. The upside here is Zhang Weili, 6.1 points inside the distance, has the second highest ceiling on the floor, only to RoboCop. 107 per win. Her takedowns, 2 takedowns per 15 minutes. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, she controls 61% of the grappling time. Yeah, Lemos is pretty low volume. I thought she was pretty high. It's about average, 3.5 points overall, just 3.38 per minute at distance. It's her
That's
it's
by the
her
way.
defensive pacing that's pretty good.
By the way, now if you got those kind of odds, that's a great bet.
Right? Less than 5%.
Now, I'm just gonna let you know. I don't want to spoil this. I have a bet that pays more than that for the main event.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, long story short, I love Zhang Weili here. The thing is, Lemos is only 7K, so I will not be fading her completely. And in case she does get that Leon Edwards meme finish, I want to have like 10, at least 10, 15%, probably not much higher than that, because I do think Zhang Weili just runs through her. I really don't think it's going to be close. So I'll be rooting for that, and that's how I'll be playing it on DraftKings. With all that said, perfect timing. I will start this one off, Lou. Main event of the evening. We did it, guys. Hit the like, hit the sub on the MMA channel or MMA Engine channel. Me, Lou, Wheezy, and Brady bringing you stuff every single week. You know what it is. Main event, UFC 292, Sugar Sean O'Malley, Aljamain, Funk Master Sterling, minus 230 fight does not go the distance, plus 190 does go. Minus 250 for the current champ, Aljamain Sterling, plus 210 on the comeback for Sean O'Malley, 8,900 for Sterling. So a decent price here on a guy that scores pretty well overall for DraftKings, and a very cheap price on O'Malley, who puts up a ton of points at distance, over 4 a minute. Both of these guys averaging just about 100 points per win, but in 5-round fights, Sterling is much higher than that, as you would expect. And lately, he's been piling it on. He has the best strength of schedule on the card. You know what it is. It's going to be Sterling's going to wrestle. He's going to try to human backpack and just take control of this fight. Literally take control and work subs, work control time. That is what we are going to see from Sterling. Meanwhile, O'Malley, 58% takedown defense, allows almost 2 per 15 minutes, and that is going to be put to the test here. I'm interested to see what you have to say, because this seems like a pretty, and I hate using this, but binary fight. It's truly a striker versus wrestler match here. And I just think Sterling's better at his craft than Sean might be at his. That said, I think Sean is fantastic. I'm a big fan, and I think he's great at what he does. I think he has potential. I just don't know if he's ready for Sterling, Lou. I'm interested to hear what you have to say, but I love this fight for DraftKings. I'll probably be playing some Sterling, some O'Malley. Actually, I shouldn't use love. I like it for DraftKings. I might look elsewhere to go huge ownership, but I'll probably be about average here.
Okay, so live bet O'Malley after round 2. That's what I'm going to say for the bet. I'm just going to talk a prop here that I saw, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
So, we're friends with Clint.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm in a group chat with Clint. There's only one thing I hate more than group chats, Monk. That's Discord.
Discord. I knew it.
But I hate them both. Like, they're both like the worst. So I've been saying this for like fucking 3 weeks. How does Sterling win his fights? By bullshit split decision. Who does Dana White want to win this fight?
Sean O'Malley.
O'Malley split is plus 2,800, dude.
Holy shit.
So I threw $30 on it. Like, it's probably $20 too much for like for an absolute whatever. If you knew what I had invested this weekend just on soccer alone, you'd be like, Jesus fucking Christ, that's nothing. Dude, I have so much money. I have my biggest bet I ever made on a soccer game this weekend.
Shit.
I have a $2,300 bet on one bet on soccer.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'll give it out on the air too. Like,
there
I already
you go. I was gonna ask you.
No, I'll give it out. But like I don't know, like everybody just seems to paint this as like Sterling early, getting the takedowns, and like, I don't know, man. I like O'Malley's been training for like a year for this crap, and like, Dude, 28-1. Look, by the way, if this thing goes to decision, is there, unless Sterling wins,
I'm nervous as fuck.
Unless
if it
Sterling
goes to decision.
Well, like, all right. So before I even get to the narrative stuff, if this thing goes to decision, you never want a guy with -2. Like, you never want the -250 ticket. DraftKings juicy is 2,800. Like, I look. Honestly, I think Sterling probably wins like in the first 2 rounds. I really just think he just fucking like he smashes him. And like I read somebody, I forget who I heard this week said like the most comparable fight for Sterling. I think I'll do it after what knee? Oh. Dude, hold on. I'll leave that. Let's. I'll get back to that in a second because
there we go.
No. I have a comment about that, but I just want to talk about this fight first. If Sterling can't get him down, I think. But this is like your typical moment winner versus minute winner thing. And by the way, Sterling's striking is not like people are like, oh, he has the dude. His striking's not bad.
It's not terrible.
Dude, he's fine.
Outpointing his opponents. Good defense.
And like we don't know what O'Malley looks like late. Like we don't. Like we know what he looks like late in the 3rd round against fucking Matinho. And like and I watched the Jan fight and like I've watched it 3 times and like I don't know how O'Malley won. So why not just fucking lean into it and like, dude, if this thing, I don't think Cejudo beat Mighty Mouse. But it happened, and there's times where like I don't think Cub Swanson beat Dawoodu, but it happened.
Right.
I think if this thing goes the distance, I think O'Malley I don't even need to hear what the judges say. Just give him the fucking belt, dude. And by the way, if O'Malley's like plus 4,000 live after like
2,
just throw like $5 on it.
Right.
It's like, dude, it's because I think it's going to be like rigged as shit. Now, I want to answer this. Now, I've watched this shit and like everybody like crucifies this dude. I got to be honest. Like, I kind of like Aljo the more and more like I see him like interact on Twitter and talk because like he hates it. Like, dude, he's like a prideful guy. He's training with like good dudes. And I think that like he fucking hates that like nothing this dude can do wins. Oh, you beat Dillashaw, he was hurt. Oh, you beat no, you didn't beat Cejudo. No, you didn't beat Jan. Like, and it's like the dude can't win. And I think it's like so he's got a chip on his shoulder and he's finally getting pissed and he's like, fuck you. And I've talked to the dude, like I've talked to him privately on Twitter. Like I've DM'd him. Because I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, I thought you lost. I hated you for the knee. I said, and I was wrong, dude. And you know what he said? You know what he said to me? He's like, I respect that you said that. Thank you, dude. And he said that means a lot. I mean, Jan hit him with a legal blow.
Yep. Oh, he's acting like I'm so sick of it, dude. It's such.
But it was still like a 2-1 fight either way. I don't know, man. Look.
Yeah, exactly. Stupid knee. Why is no one blaming Jan? Why is Jan the one that's mad? If he doesn't do that, we're not even in this fucking position.
I mean, and Jan's like done, dude. Like it ruined his career.
Ruined.
But like, let's not forget that Sterling was like wrecking fools before that. Like, and I feel like it really has kind of disgraced his legacy. So like, but if this thing goes the distance, like, dude, Sterling could win that. Sterling can win every round and he's not winning a decision. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. That's true.
As soon as you hear, I'm not even going to take the easy way here. As soon as you hear Judge Derek McCleary.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to take the easy option here. I'm going to say Derek McCleary has it 49-46.
Right.
O'Malley. Sal D'Amato has it 50-45. Sterling.
Aljo.
You're going to be like, okay, here we go. Dude.
Right.
Here comes this fucking nonsense.
But you know what? The best thing about this entire fight is is that, and I like Sterling. I like both these guys, honestly, but I do like Sterling. But we get to see my guy Merab go for the fucking title now. I've been waiting and waiting
Well,
for
Sterling's moving. Yeah, he's done. This is his last one.
It's Merab season, baby. You're talking about people
okay,
eating.
but isn't that even more reason? Isn't that even more reason that O'Malley gets the nod?
Yeah,
and then Merab. And by the way, Merab's gonna be like, here. I want you guys. You heard this here first. You see the line here? Merab's gonna be minus 400 over O'Malley.
Easy.
Yeah, but you're seeing a sitting champion right now minus 250. You're gonna see a challenger be minus 400
against the champ.
Like
if he wins.
I'm just saying, dude. Because Merab's so good, man. Well, you love him because he scores like 7,000 points a fight. What did he score in the on fight? What did he score in the on fight?
It was like
200. Did he get 200?
No, I don't think so. It was close.
You sure?
Yeah, it was fucking close. He did on FanDuel probably because I think they count takedown. Or no, I guess that would be Jan. Never mind. But yeah, Merab. Oof. What do you line Merab versus Umar?
I don't think anybody's beaten Merab, to be honest. And Merab's striking is getting better.
I fucking love Merab.
Like I don't think people realize how dude, Merab outstruck Jan. Like he outstruck him. I don't think people realize how good his striking is, dude. Like Merab would fuck Sterling up.
100%.
And I respect that he's like, I don't want to fight my friend, dude. Like
Aljo better be fucking thankful for that.
Like Sterling is gonna move weight because he's like, cool, I made my money, and like, oh, dude, Merab's gonna like. But again, that's more reason to think that like O'Malley's winning this, and then Merab's just gonna fucking. And look, if you're O'Malley, by the way, Demolished Virgin's a tremendous.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, by the way, his like whole like his quirky personality is fucking great.
Dude, he's the best.
He's funny.
He's my favorite fighter. I have a hard time. My whole life, I've always had a hard time. Who's your favorite basketball? Merab is my favorite fucking fighter. It's hands down.
He's my third favorite fighter.
Who's your for Johnny by God Parsons?
And then I'm just assuming that Omer, you're at 7 fights.
And what a way.
No, my all-time favorite is Cowboy.
There you go. Oh yeah.
That's my dude. I have a hidden reason that nobody on air can know.
Right.
But
I'm not gonna tell you either.
Cousin Cowboy. Is my dude. Like I mean, and like, how do you not love these old school like you know who's top 5 too? Doesn't get talked enough. Jens Pulver, man.
Jens Pulver killing it on the UFC Twitch channel.
Hold on. Prince of just saying the machine. I said last week. See, I wish I was doing content last week. I said,
who was it?
No, I said Josh Parisian looks like
that's who it was.
He ate Burt Kreschner, and he's like fat the machine.
Burt Chrysler.
I am machine.
All right, Lou.
Son.
Let's do it. Let's get out of here. I am going to turn off all the lights after I've had these lights on me for like 5 or 6 hours straight, and now we are done.
I can tell by your sweaty
but I wouldn't have it any other way, Lou. Coming back with the happy hour here. This might be the standard time. Me and Lou are going to talk, but I think this is a good time slot. And I'm down to do it. I don't work till like 10 a.m. on Fridays, so I'm down to do it. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for me. Watch Game Theory, watch Nickname Show. Lou, tell the people where they can find you. Do you do anything this week, or is this the official first thing back?
Don't sass me. This is my first show back.
Well, all right. I'd never sass you.
So the presumed. Hold on, I'm gonna fart. I'm gonna mute. Real. I didn't mute because I farted. I muted because it was a shitty fart. I'm cooked. Dude, if I blasted some like amazing thing, like I had a fart one time, by the way, when I was drunk. Now you're gonna like this.
No, I'm shaking my head. I'm answering no to Bat Dad. It's recorded.
So I was asleep, and I farted myself awake. And my girlfriend, I wake up, and I got like a zombie to the bathroom. My girlfriend's just cracking up, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And she goes, "You sounded like a whale deflating." And apparently it was like the greatest thing she ever heard. And her, Jesus, 167. And apparently she like fucking is the greatest fart ever. And like, I don't remember it. And like, I've never replicated it. So as far as my content schedule, and then here's my soccer bet, fight talk, hang in. So here's my plan going forward. So Couch Warrior, who I tried to give the prop show to, can't do it anymore. Like he's working too much. So I'm going to bring back props to consider and then maybe bet. I don't know how the format, but it'll be me being a retard like always. Whether I've got that'll be Wednesdays. Thursdays it's gonna be Monk and I. The slot that Monk and I were in, the happy hour. I don't know if I'm gonna do this live yet, but this is the important thing going forward. So for you guys that know, I bet a lot of sports. I'm not some Twitter capper where I need to tell you every fucking win I ever have. People that talk to me privately, I'm like, here are my tickets, like I'm crushing it. I bet soccer, I bet college, I bet pro football. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Friday show and it's going to be here are like my 5 best bets in every sport over the weekend. Like when
Nice.
like a month from now, it's going to be here my 5 best UFC, soccer, college, pro bets. Like I'm going to cover you for the weekend with my best bets. That's what I'm going to do with that show. Now, my best bet of the weekend and my best value play of the weekend. I have 2 value plays I'll give you. I capped 32 games I took and narrowed it down to 10. I got this at plus 114 early in the week. I am biased when I say this as a Manchester United fan. Manchester United team total over 1.5. It's still minus 110. It's so playable. Tottenham is a fucking. I don't even. If you guys want to break down the whole thing, I will. But Tottenham is such a mess. I think we're getting a really good number here. United's coming off a 1-0 win at home against Wolverhampton. Every game United's playing against the Wolves as a United fan, I'm telling you, every game United's played against the Wolves the last 7 years has ended 1-0. It's a weird fucking team. It's a warm-up game. Tottenham's defense is so fucking hilariously fragile. I think the game ends 2-2. I think United scores 2 goals easy. That's my favorite bet. My 2 value plays. Newcastle team total over 1.5. I gave it out on Tuesday on Twitter at plus 260. It is now down to plus 210.
Oof.
I'm no CLV, bro, but I fucking told people this is. I think Newcastle win. I think Newcastle wins 3-1 against Manchester City. I fucking love Newcastle in this spot, dude. Tonali is no joke. I love this spot for Newcastle. And last value bet I will give you, all road teams this week, which I hate, is Brentford plus 170 at Fulham. Fulham's missing their best 3 guys. Mitrovic is leaving. Everybody's going to the Saudi League now. That's a topic for a whole different goddamn thing. America! Fuck yeah! I think Brentford, like, the counter arguments. So here, Monk, you'll like this. Ivan Toney, who is Brentford's best goal scorer, is banned until January for gambling on games.
Ooh.
So everybody's like, oh, man, they lost the bulk of their offense. Brentford's record
with goalkeeper.
No, the best goal scorer.
Oh, okay.
Brentford's record without Ivan Toney, it's like really fucking good. Like they gelled without him. Fulham's kind of a mess. Plus 170 is crazy in a game that's like, Brentford 2-0 against Fulham. I see Fight Talks like 3-1 exact score. No, dude, the prime bet is United to score at least 2 goals against Tottenham. And by the way, we're getting a rare 3 p.m. Eastern game with City Newcastle, which is great. That game will take you right into the pay-per-view. So, I like that Steve Gregory knows his fucking shit, dude. But United, and look, guys, I'm biased, man. I'm a United fan. And one more, here, I'll give you one more bet, and then we're out of here. Bournemouth to score 1 goal at Liverpool, minus 135 on some books. Liverpool's a fucking mess. Their midfield all left for the Saudi League. Now, like fucking, they're a team in disarray. They're managed by a Spanish coach who like gives no fucks about defense. Like I think Bournemouth loses. They probably lose 4-1, but to get one, and Bournemouth beat them 1-0 last time they played. They're feisty, man. I think Bournemouth gets on the board. Minus 130 to score one fucking goal. The market is overvaluing Liverpool hardcore. So those are my Premier League bets. And yeah, hit me up if you want like League One or other or Bundesliga. Dude, I capped so many. That's what I do. I'm the hardest worker in this fucking industry. Nobody fucking knows it. But thank you guys for watching. I see Steve Gregory is a fucking hilarious man. Yeah. The Spanish. Yeah, the dude. Hold on. What's the number? That's on Sunday morning. I want to pull this number up. Yeah, this number is really England's the underdog. Holy shit, this might be a max bet on England, dude. Plus 185. Ridiculous, dude. Dude, this Spanish team is a fraud. Their coach is a fraud. He's literally like fucking dart playing like his position players. Monk, you don't care about soccer, right?
Not too much. I like the Premier League.
You have to look up the goal that Switzerland scored against Spain when this chick on Spain kicked it back to her goalie and the goalie wasn't there and it like 40 and just right in.
Oh my god!
I think they're young. Dude, this England team is like. And look, man, I'll tell you for a fact, England teams choke. The men they choke at the highest. Like England teams find ways to lose games. Like I had a bag on Italy to win the Euros at plus 1,400. England went up 1-0 in 6 minutes. Luke Shaw scores, and then England was like, "Yep, we're gonna park the bus and just win 1-0." That's what England does. I feel like this women's team's like now we're just gonna go score a bunch of fucking goals, dude. Pretty good. I don't think the Spanish team's very good. 185 is nuts, dude. Plus 180. How is England like Eli's saying this? I'm like, oh, England's probably like minus 150. Yeah. 180. It's a max bet, dude. To win the cup, they're minus 105. Like you get overtime. Jesus Christ, dude. That's a max bet. Let's fucking go. England. If Eli is a fan, if Eli is from England, he will appreciate everything I just did. England.
There you go.
No, get us out of here, bish.
Let's do it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you. We will see you next week. Midnight Eastern, 11 Central. And as usual, we want all of you to enjoy the fight. So enjoy. And we will see you in the next one.